And welcome to the dockyard here at the shed for Fight Night. I'm Mr. Magic alongside Rael Bowden, a man that knows a lot about being in the ring himself as well as coaching on this Fight Night. We've got some great lineups for you. So I got to ask you, Rael, who comes to mind on this particular night?
Well, obviously, we got the main event, Andre, Showtime Lamb. I think he's going to put on a great show. The man, I've seen him come up and grow in the sport of boxing, and so I think he's going to do a great job. Also, on top of that, we have Cyril Willa versus Adrian, and that should be a good match as well. I think that should have some interesting features to it. We got that experience of Cyril and Adrian being young, explosive. I think that's going to be an interesting one. We also have Kellen. And I think it's an American individual.
Mr. Sparks.
Mr. Sparks, yes, Mr. Sparks. So I think Kellen and Mr. Sparks are going to be able to get in there and mix it up. This is going to be Kellen's second time out, actually, or third time? Yes, it's going to be his third time out. He had a match overseas. He fought in the last epic fight night, and this is going to be his actual first boxing match. So this is going to be a nice go-round for him. And,
Yeah, I apologize for the phone ringing. This is live here at the shed, and I am receiving calls. Sorry. No, it's not the boxer, unfortunately. I apologize for that, folks. We are getting ready as well for the weigh-ins this evening with some of the younger gentlemen that are coming up. Yep. And we have the commissioner, Mr. Lipo, and I think he's lined up with a few guys right now. Okay. So what we're going to do, folks, we're going to let the weigh-in start with some of these youngsters. We're going to bring Mr. Lipo on up with his fellas, get them weighed in, and then we're going from there and talk more about the epic entertainment fight night here at the shed in Dockyard. So as we go right now, we're going to let Salipo come on right now and we get ready. Now, as we're looking at this here, Rael, we're looking at these youngsters right here. This is a future of boxing that we have to look at. Yep. And talking about gyms such as Controversy Gym that bring us working with the youth diligently. Yep. So we have to give it up to Leo for that there as well. And then we're also talking about the other gyms that are around that are producing these youngsters. Mm-hmm. What do you say about this young man and his future?
Well, now, this young man right here, Gibbs, I've watched him come along. I've actually got to mix it up with him a few times in sparring. And his high energy, fast pace, I think is going to put an exciting fight on as well. He's looking good. He's looking in shape right now. So I'm expecting great things from him. This is going to be his first fight. And so I know he's excited. And so I think his opponent, I think this is going to be an in-house controversy bout between him and Quentin. I think this is actually going to be, it's going to be a hard show to following these two's matchup. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a exhibition demonstration, but it's still going to be a good one to watch. You don't want to miss it.
All right, so he's just gotten up the scale. Mr. Lightborn is looking at, we bring up the next gentleman right now and find out, because we got to know that what people don't understand, yes, this is a weigh-in for all the boxers, but some of them are not sanctioned fights, and some of them are, but everyone still has to get weighed, and they all still have to visit the doctor. How important is the doctor's role in any boxing match?
Honestly, everything's important. The weigh-in is important. The doctor's role is important. It's because of safety, right? You don't want to have individuals fighting outside of the weight too far. Like, if the weight gaps are too far, the fight wouldn't be fair, right? Weight classes exist for a reason. And also, the doctors make sure that these guys are in good health before they get in the ring. And, they make sure that there's nothing hidden, no underlying lingering issues that might cause them to have any negative effects after their fights, yeah? Yeah,
that is true. We can go back to, you may not remember this as young as you are. I'm sorry, folks, showing my age. Back in the 70s, there was a Spanish boxer at one point that was supposed to be fighting in Vegas, and he was complaining of a headache prior to the match. They gave him some aspirin, he felt good, and then they still let him fight. Come to find out he got knocked out, and he had a aneurysm at the time, but they did not know this. And so that safety factor was emphasized even more back then about having the amount of doctors available. So throughout the years, safety has always been the importance.
Yes, of course.
All right, so we have our two fighters here, the matchup. and they're fighting first. I think they both look ready.
Yes.
And we say that there is a distinct height difference.
There's a distinct height difference.
So we see if they use the reach to their advantage, and if he can get into the body shots. Friends before, he'll be friends after as well.
Exactly.
All right. So going on further, we have more of the gentlemen that are coming up to the weigh-ins at this time. But prior to all of that, folks, we want to tell you, if you do not have this as yet, go to channel82.bm and you can watch this on pay-per-view if you haven't got your tickets to be here. And we're going to continue on with more of the weigh-ins right now. Now, Raul, you have the experience in the ring. Mm-hmm. What's the one thing that you say works more for a fighter than just the boxing?
I mean, well, conditioning, right? That's the most important part. You can know whatever it is you need to know. You can learn. You can understand how to throw a jab and how to block. But if you're not in good condition, you won't be able to sustain any of those efforts in a ring in a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 round match, right? And so, on top of understanding the technicalities and the science of boxing, you also have to be in great shape. You know, you have to be able to put in your extra work, right? Just going to the gym with the regular guys, it's not going to cut it all the time, right? You got to be able to mix it up. You got to be able to visit other gyms, and you have to be able to get beat up sometimes, right? You have to accept that. You know?
That is the key. Yeah, everyone may go in with the thought that I will be victorious, but not everybody. We've seen the matches. There haven't been many draws, and if they are, that means they both put it down well, and there was an even match in that regards. But yeah, in some cases, the victor, hey, it's not always the victor. Exactly. So we got to remember that. So we're getting ready as well here with more gentlemen for their weigh-ins. And coming into the side right now, as we will step back, Mr. Oscar Lightborn again coming through with this gentleman.
Yes, I call this one Young Leo. Another young guy around Controversy Boxing Gym. He's come along in strides. The guy's enthusiastic about boxing. He's committed. He's consistent. So this is going to be his first time out as well, and it's going to be a good matchup. Yeah.
Now, do you remember your first time in the ring?
Yes, I do actually. Yeah.
How nervous were you once you stepped through those ropes?
I mean, once you step through the ropes, you're nervous up until the walkout, right? For your first bout. I mean, I think everybody has those jitters, right? And so, I mean, I was nervous up until when I got into the ring, and then it was like, okay, now I have to apply all of the training that I've already acquired, right? And so, yeah, I mean, you're going to be nervous, but nerves also keep you safe, right? And so don't be afraid of it. You got to just embrace everything that you feel before you step in that ring.
Okay, so this gentleman is on the scale right now. What's the background on him?
Well, he's very, very new around Controversy. I don't know his name.
Oh, we can grab it. One thing about this is not that we're cheating. We have the information right here in front of us.
Say, is this? I see real one. Yeah. Maybe they have a different.
Okay. So, Garen, we're with Garen right now. Real quick, these gentlemen right here, we got.
So this is Leo Foster, and give me 1 second because I know that this is a fairly late edition from Controversy Boxing Gym. We have Leo Foster at 164 weighing as, and we have D'Amico Francis Dio 190 pounds.
Okay, so they both made weight in this regard.
So this particular match, it's an exhibition match. Both these athletes are from Controversy Gym. Coach Leo always wants to get his fighters involved, and if they don't have matchups from opposing gyms, then he always makes an effort to make sure that at least they get the experience to fight in front of a crowd. It's one thing to continuously spar in the gym, but being in the ring with the lights on and a crowd certainly makes a difference. So it'll be a great experience for him.
And this is actually what I was just speaking to Riley about, being nervous for your first time, and he was explaining how the nerves go away once you step through those ropes and you're ready to do business.
I mean, nerves for everyone's different. For some people, as soon as that first punch is through and it lands, that's when the nerves go. So, I mean, everyone's different. Nerves is a good thing if you can make it work for you. What you don't want to do is, shut down your system and adrenaline have a negative effect on you, because it can do that. But nerves is a good thing if you can make it work for you.
Okay, and I definitely know about the nervousness of things. Now, we're talking about these two young people right here. Now, obviously, this is an exhibition match as well. What history do you have on this young gentleman?
Yeah, so we have Joseph Ferrer, a very talented boxer. The unfortunate thing with Joseph is it's always difficult to find him matches, right? We have Aaron Lugo Jr., who's primarily a jiu-jitsu practitioner. He also fights Sanda, Chinese kickboxing, and he's very good at those disciplines. So in an effort to, ensure that Joseph has a fight, we wanted to get AJ matched up with him. I'm just going to take a photo.
Not a problem. So we're hearing it right there from the gentleman himself who knows everything about boxing. And Ryle, look at this.
Yeah.
Making sure that these guys get their chance to fight and represent and show what they can do in the ring.
Yes,
so
that's
again,
important.
grassroots again.
Yep.
And it's a great place to start.
Yes, no, it is actually. And honestly, we've watched Joseph come along, and like Aaron was saying, it's always difficult getting smaller guys matched up,
Okay, so what I'm thinking of, the next epic fight, we can have a seniors match. Garen's coming out of retirement, and Ryle is going to be there, but it's going to be a handicap match.
He's not a senior yet.
But I'm saying,
He's in his prime, actually.
well, hence the handicap. You can't, and Garen's allowed to bring bat with, so.
And he can't use his hands because this man's a catcher. If you kick, he's going to catch you and he's going to throw you on the ground. That's one thing we all know.
Okay. So we are looking forward to a great night here. Mr. Lightbourne is now talking to some of the coaches and getting ready to get some more weigh-ins come in. And it's going to be a fun night. And I know you're going to be busy all night tonight. And I wish the best for you and your team, and everything goes well for you. So let me let you get back to it, Darren. I appreciate your time, and we'll catch up with you later.
Nice talking to you.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
cool. Thank you. So that's the guy right there. So
course,
if I can
of
make it
course.
happen, I'll get you guys in the ring, if at all possible.
Well, I mean, that's my big brother right there. I'd never fight Gary in the ring. Actually, he's the one who got me into fighting, He was there for my first match, so he can tell you firsthand experience about the jitters and all these types of everything that we had to do to prepare myself for my first bout. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's big bro right there. That's big bro, man. Trouble
I
this
got
guy.
you. I got you. All right, so we got this next gentleman coming up, and he looks fit. He definitely looks the part. And who can we call on for this particular person?
I want to say this is definitely a late addition. I haven't seen this young man. He might be from overseas. Maybe we'd have to ask Garen exactly what his name is. Yeah. Maybe Oscar. But
Well, see, that's the thing with Fight Nights, ladies and gentlemen. We have things lined up on paper, ready to go, but then at the last minute, there can be changes. It
exactly.
happened.
No,
It
we
happened the
haven't
last
a lot.
time, and we drew our best. Or I should say, Epic Entertainment and promoters do their best to make sure that these fighters get matched up so they can showcase themselves, and everyone can see what these gentlemen are made of. These fighters are ready to go.
exactly.
So. What's this gentleman's name?
Ethan Daniel.
This is Ethan Daniels. Okay. And checking his weight in right now. That's Ethan Daniels.
Okay. This is Ethan Daniels.
This is Ethan Daniels.
All right.
Yeah. And his opponent will be Otero Smith.
Okay. Yes. No.
All right.
Otero's
Okay.
come a very long way. Young guy. You see him coming up, getting ready up next. Very tactical boxer. He's been boxing for a very long time, at least I want to say since he was maybe 10 or 11. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he can do.
All right. Let me find out something. So tell me something, man. How you feeling right now about your fight coming up?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Are you ready? You put in the time?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I put in the time, put in the effort. I think I'm going to do great.
Okay. So any predictions?
Not much.
Knockout 7th round? I know you're not going to 7 rounds, but I wish you the best of luck in there. Do your best, and keep your hands up, keep your guard up. Do what you got to do. All right. Good luck. Yeah. All right. So we have Otero right now getting weighed in, and again, these are two young men that again the future of boxing in here.
Yeah.
And again, do not let physique fool you, folks. I've seen some people that look like they're not athletes and got the fastest hands around, and then those that look like athletes are the ones that get.
Remember Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, right? And so, Anthony Joshua came in there. He looks like Anthony Joshua does, right? And yeah, so, these two, I think it's going to be a good match. Ethan Daniels looking like he's coming in great shape, to be honest with you.
And he said he put the work in.
Yeah.
So that's, you put the work in, you got to get what's coming out of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't get nothing from nothing, right? And so,
All right. And again, folks that are tuned in here on this fight night weigh-in, just remember, channel82.bm, channel82.bm, and you can go in and get pay-per-view. And you can go in and you can be here and you can watch this. Again, so check it out. So we've got two gentlemen waiting, ready to go for their match later on, and it should be, like you said, a great matchup.
I know, honestly, I think this one is going to be a decision match, and it's going to be a good match right here. These are two guys from two separate gyms, and so it's a lot to prove, bragging rights, and that's why I was looking at the stir-down to see exactly what we get out of it. You can get a lot from a nice, good stir-down, right? Got a good feel for your opponent and what you're in store for. You know what I mean? It's a respect thing, and also, it's a bravado thing. It's important.
Well, from what you just said and the stare-down that just took place, and there was no handshake, they're like, we're ready. We're going to do this. Like I said, we're opponents. Let's do it.
Let's put on a show.
Let's put on a show. All right. So again, here at the Shed and Dockyard, so we're getting ready. More weigh-ins, and there's another gentleman coming up, getting ready right now.
So yes, this is Bruce Parentry.
Okay. And he's one of the more senior fighters in the groups that are fighting this weekend. And so again, do you think, is this going to be just a slaughterhouse fest?
I don't know. Honestly, Bruce is a very creative one, right? I mean, he's got good power, right? And I don't know what's going on over here, but he's got good power. He's still learning, right? He just picked up boxing. Boxing is very, very new for him, right? And so I think him and Cole will be a good matchup because both of them have a similar mentality when it comes to fighting. They never stop punching, right? They're always going forward. Maybe both of their balances may not be the best at times, but that's what always sometimes some of the most exciting fights to watch are the most sluggy ones, right?
Yeah, you get some of those where technique leaves the building and it just becomes a free-for-all brawl, and may the best haymaker land.
Exactly.
Basically what happens sometimes.
Yep.
So looking at Parentry as he's coming up, I was going to say he wasn't coming up with the Timbs on.
Yes,
I think he'd be a little overweight if he had those Timbs on. So he's coming forward now for his weigh-in moment. And again, folks, just stay tuned tomorrow. This weekend here at the Dockyard. If you want to watch this on pay-per-view, channel82.bm, and you can get a front row seat on your couch.
Yes, of course.
To watch this. And then also, if you really want to be up here, there are some tickets left, not many. So Epic Entertainment, you got to check out ptix.bm. Go there and you can get your tickets and be part of the crowd and dress to impress. Yeah. Trust me, it is a beautiful sight to see when these people come up here and they're part of this, and they all look good.
Yes, they do.
They all look good. So again,
a fashion show some fight nights.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And and people want to be out, and this is a time for people to come in and be out and see something great.
Yep.
All right.
So we got Cyril Durham coming up. Here's another exciting fight to watch. Like I was saying, both him and Bruce have a similar mentality when it comes to sparring, at least when I've mixed it up with him. And so I think this is going to be a really, really good match. They're going to go forward, they're going to throw punches, and they're going to leave it all in there. They're going to leave it all in the ring. I can promise you that.
The joke of the day is from my boss at Fast Forward.
Okay.
The fight between him and the biggest guys that we have working there, Nelson. Nelson is about 320. Okay, I said that he's more like 60. Okay. But you understand, he's like 6 foot 12 feet tall. Okay. And the boss is like 5 foot nothing. So I figured we can get an exhibition match with them. I think people come out and see. He's coming after you, Nelson. I'm not telling you that. He's coming after you. All right, so he's letting them know.
I don't know what to let them know. We missed that interaction.
But one thing, he's letting them know he's basically sticking to whatever the rules are and making sure they're being followed by everyone and for everyone. Yep. It's fair play in any sport, which is great. Exactly. And so, he spoke up and nothing belligerent. He just said, I'm letting you know.
All right. That's, sometimes you have to assert yourself, and that's important, right? Especially in the game of boxing. There's a little bit of gamesmanship as well, right?
Always is. Always gamesmanship. You got to talk the game.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go back to one epic fight, and no pun intended when we say epic entertainment, but one epic fight was Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson.
Oh, exactly.
The first fight. The first fight.
Yeah. And see, so look, another good stare down, right? Look at him, stern face. This is going to be a good matchup.
And that's it. And they're looking in. They both got the same attitude. You're the one that took the last bag of fries I was trying to buy. Okay. And they're there. All right. And they're stepping back. his
I mean, so this is how it is sometimes, though. Guys get in their feelings a little bit, and this is what fighting's about, right? This is what you.
All right. So, excuse me, sir. Quick question.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing? Good. How you feeling? Are you ready?
I'm feeling ready.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. Tell you what. If we were to have a prediction, what
I
would you
win.
think? Okay, that's a great prediction.
Yeah.
So, Rael, you hear him?
I
He
hear
says
him.
he's going to win, and I like that confidence in you. All we can say is keep your guard up, put that jab to work, and do what you got to do.
I appreciate you, sir. What's your name?
Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic?
Most
Suave.
Suave.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure
Mr.
to
Magic.
meet you, sir. Have a
Cool.
great fight. All right.
Thank you.
Cool. So, Rael, let's talk to the opponent.
All right. So cool. How you feeling? How you feeling, my man?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Came off the last fight, just training harder, getting ready. I just want to keep fighting, keep being active. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
All right. So, how was the preparation? How are you feeling? How was that stare down, man?
Right,
That was three questions going. What you got
No,
for me?
I'm calm, relaxed, confident in my abilities. So, stare downs don't really faze me. He was trying to do tactics well, but I ain't watching it. I ain't worrying about it.
Okay.
You know what I
all
mean?
right,
So,
all right.
all good. Can't wait for the fight.
All right, I'm excited to see
A
you.
lot more boxing. It was major kickboxing last time, but a lot more boxing this time. So,
Okay.
yeah, pair work and running. And
Uh,
weights and weightlifting, so.
Okay, you implemented a little bit of baseball. Good luck, cool.
Yes.
I can't wait to see you again, all right?
No
problem.
All right. So, there we have it. Rael, we got two fighters that are ready. The one says he's going to win,
Yep.
and the other one's hopeful. So,
I think it's just a respect thing, but I think it's going to be a good fight. I mean, Bruce comes in with a lot of good energy. You know what I mean? You have to have that level of confidence. The only way how you just have to speak it into existence first, right? Cole, he's got a lot of martial arts experience. I think both of them do. So I really think that's going to probably be one of those dark horse matches where you aren't expecting a lot of it good, at first, but it's going to grow into something really, really good. Later
all
on.
right. So here we go again. Mr. Lightbourne's coming in with our next bunch of fighters as we step out of sight for this particular moment. And, now we're getting up into our couple of older
Yep.
gentlemen for this. And this gentleman,
We've got Cyril Willa the third. I've spent a lot of time training with him. This man has an endless gas tank. I can rest assured that I can put that on anything. And so when you see him fight, he's going to have high pace, high work rate, and he's going to just keep coming at you. And he's crafty in there.
let's grab him right now. So, Cyril, quick question, man. You're coming into offer two not so good fights in your last two. How are you feeling going forward in this one?
Well, I feel amazing. So we fought last time 2 years ago in the kickboxing bout, and I felt that I was leading going into the third round. Unfortunately, I got TKO'd in the third round, but I felt that I was fighting pretty well. The opportunity came up to take part in a boxing match again, and my training partners are some really good boxers. So we have a couple of fights planned for this year, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the ring.
Okay, and speaking of, just to go back to last weekend, great job at the Kumite.
Thank you, I appreciate
yeah, man, and the Wushu team, excellent. So you can face off with your partner, and we'll catch up later. All right, so he's ready. He's ready. No matter what from his last two fights, yes, he lost, but he knows it's time to make those changes, come forward, and it was 2 years ago that they matched up. So
Exactly.
His out for redemption.
No, he definitely is out for redemption, and I think he's put in a lot of work that's going to get him that redemption. But now Adrian isn't a sleeper as well, right? This guy is very young. He's got a lot of good power, and he's got pop, right? And so I haven't seen his gas, but let's go ahead and ask Adrian. Hey, how you doing, man? How are you feeling for this fight?
I feel great. I can't lie. I'm just doing my thing, you know.
Okay.
You want me to step up there?
Yeah. Come on, get me, man. Get a camera, yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I've just been working hard, you know, every day for the last 4 weeks, just working. So
That's good. How do you feel? What do you think the end result's gonna be? How do you think this match is gonna turn out?
I mean, I'm not here to underestimate anybody, but I gotta have confidence back myself, and I think it's not gonna be too hard. But you know, we'll see. I've been working hard, so hard work makes easy work.
Easy work. I like that. All right, thanks.
Appreciate
Good
that.
luck, all right?
Yeah, appreciate that. Have a good one.
Yes.
All right, so we're getting it literally straight from the horse's mouth. These guys, everyone's got the same attitude, and that's the winning attitude, which is great.
This is great.
Because you can't be defeated in your mind before you get into the ring.
No, you can't.
You know, you cannot do that to yourself. So, like I had made the joke with him earlier, I'll never forget a commercial I saw of this boxer who was behind in points, and his coach says, "Listen, I know I'm going to motivate you. You see him across the ring? Remember you went to that restaurant to get that last bag of fries and they were going? He took them.
What happened? What was the end result?
He won the match.
Yeah,
He won the match. He won the match. So everyone needs a motivation. So we've got these gentlemen coming up now, and who are we looking at here?
We got Callan Todd and Juan Castillo.
Oh, okay.
Castillo.
Castillo.
Castillo. We could do that. All right.
Costello?
Yeah, I don't want to butcher this man's name.
No, we don't.
He looks like he's in great shape. I think this is going to be a good matchup again. Callan, this is his first ever boxing match, but you can see there's a slight weight discrepancy. You know, Callan has been working on his boxing, and you'll see exactly what he can do. I'm excited to see him outside of the kickboxing arena. And look at the stare down, right? It's looking serious. This is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a cracker.
This is it. This is it right here. So, Callan, so how you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm great. I feel great.
Yeah. Are you training going all right?
Definitely, yeah. Going 100%.
All right. Based on your last performance, anything you can see you need to improve on this time around?
Definitely in the later rounds, be more active, and yeah, pretty much. I feel way more fit though, so I should be all right.
Okay. Don't forget to work that jab.
Yes.
You know that. That's the key, right? Work that jab, get in.
Yep.
All right. Good luck in the match, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming that this is Steven Sparks.
See, yeah, you got. You're talking about my eyesight, folks. You heard the conversation before we came on camera, okay? So I'm taking Rael to the optometrist this weekend.
Oh,
you know.
My paper's wrapped up. My paper's all filled up. I had to unwrap it.
All right.
So we got, this is Mr. Steven Sparks. I'm assuming it's from the United States of America, since he came in with the whole Captain America get-up. And he's going to be fighting against Jalen Roberts. That's going to be a good match, yeah? Jalen's just getting back in from a little bit of a hiatus, due to COVID-19 and everything like that. But, yeah, they both look like they're in really good shape.
Let's see if I can find out right there. Yeah. All right. And so, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Now, where you hailing from?
Washington, D.C., from the United States.
So your record speaks for itself. You do MMA as well, or is it just straight boxing? Yeah, because we sometimes get those crossover fighters that do both. So this straight boxing, what's your record going for right now?
Oh, right now I believe in the amateurs is 15-5.
Well, that's a very good record, sir. That means you work your jab like you're supposed to.
Oh yeah, always stay busy.
All right. Good luck in the match.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Didn't I just say he was 50-5? Wow,
15.
I was saying, like, wow, how do you get that many fights in? How do you fit him in? The schedule, 15-5. That's a pretty good record. I want to say Jalen's had some good matchups as well. So it's going to be. These two look like they're in great shape. I want to see this face-off again, right?
All right. And then once that face-off is set up, you can just step in and get Jalen and find out what's going on.
I mean, you see the stare down right there. This is going to be a good matchup. We got two experienced boxers. This is probably going to be one of those matchups where maybe they cancel each other out. Maybe it can end early, right?
Okay.
And so.
All right. Yep. Go grab him.
Jay. So, how you feeling, my brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling excited, man. It's my first fight in about 2 years.
Oh, come on over here. Yeah, so how you feeling, Jay?
I mean, I feel good, man. It's my first fight in 2 years. You know, just excited to get back in the ring.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you. How was preparations going into this matchup?
I mean, just a lot of running, sparring, bag work, pad work with the coach, you know, different strategies. I mean, it's just like old times, man.
That's good. That's good, man. It's good to see you back in there, man. I hope you have a good matchup. And honestly, I wish you all the best, all right?
Thanks, man.
Yes.
All right, so we're getting on further. We've got a few more to be weighed in. And, of course, still waiting for our headliner to come by, and he's ready to get weighed in as well. But, of course, we're going to go through the list that the commissioner, Mr. Lightpoint, has. And once we get through all of that, and then we'll be looking forward to just epic fun. And I got to, I got to give it to Tico, the perfect name, Epic Entertainment, because this is going to be epic matchups, epic fighting. Hopefully a couple of knockdowns, maybe a knockout or two. I mean, come on, let's be real, man. People watch boxing, they want to see a knockout, And Andre Lamb has that under his belt, so we'll see what happens coming up.
Yeah, actually, Andre has probably knocked out every one of his opponents so far. Yeah, and so I'm expecting to see another knockout. I think he's probably going to end this night maybe early again, right? So you have to come here. As soon as the door opens, you need to start showing up.
Tickets are still available. If you go on to ptix.bm, you can still get some tickets to be here for this matchup, and as well as on pay-per-view, channel82.bm. You can watch it tomorrow night, here at the Dockyard. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. It's all of that. So let's be part of it. So and then we're looking at Andre again. Is he a solid southpaw? Because I've seen him like hold that southpaw stance for a while, and then he switches, but he seems stronger on the other side.
I mean, I think he's a natural southpaw, right? To be honest with you, I think he's actually changed his boxing style a little bit. At first, when he was an amateur, I would have considered him more of like a counter-punching boxer, right? So he was more of a defensive guy looking to pick apart an opponent after they made mistakes. Right now, in his career and his professional bouts so far, I want to say he is a boxer puncher, right? So his taking the match to guys. If he is switching stances, his switching stance is to land big punches, right? To land either check right hands or step back hooks. So I think it's an interesting matchup, right? Because not an interesting matchup. I think the development of Andre is interesting to watch, right? Because these are still 4-round matches, but he's gonna have to get stronger and stronger opponents going on. And honestly, I think this guy may test him. He may not, depending on how tough this guy is, right?
Well, speaking of Mr. Robinson, his main career is MMA, and he's been in many matches MMA. I think he's like 0-5 in MMA, but he's training hard, and he speaks well about his training, and he knows he's got to go through the grind in order to get that first win and be successful in the MMA. But then on the other hand, in his boxing as well, he's still in the early stages of boxing. Again, no wins as yet, but he's trained hard. He does the road work that he needs to do, the stamina and everything else. But what he says in the interview that I saw, that his most dangerous weapon is that hook that he has. But the thing is, will Andre see that hook? It's one thing to have that dangerous weapon and be able to utilize it. Like we've said to the other fighters, work that jab, because that jab is ultimately the one sustainable move in boxing that will keep you in the game long enough to set up for what you need to, for that backwards punch, that roundhouse, or that uppercut that needs to come into play. And with Mr. Robinson, I hope he's not just relying on that hook to be the get-all, win-all knockout punch. Because, I think Andre is going to show him what fish cakes and codfish and potato looks like.
Yes. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I think to actually be able to beat Andre, you can't rely on one individual punch, right? It's a whole entire fight plan that you would have to come in with. I'm thinking you'd have to make the fight as ugly as possible, right? He's going to try to bounce around and dance around. You got to stay in there, and just work the grind, right? That would be the only way. I mean, that would be the only way somebody can possibly beat him right now.
Okay, and that's a good assessment of him, because when I think of what you're saying, I always got to think of the advice that Sherry Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Marvin Hagler all said the same thing: stick and move. You stick it out there, move out of the way so you can dominate the ring. You can dominate how the fight's going to go. Let the opponent fight your fight, and don't get caught in their web, which happens to some people. Some people change up because they're thinking, oh man, I really can't get this punch in like I want to. So it happens that way. So we have the fighters coming back up on the platform. I think it's going to be for the group pictures.
Group photos?
I believe so. So we're going to step aside right now
do that.
and let these gentlemen get up and get things going. And when we're talking further along, okay, this is a picture that's being taken, I think, just for prosthetics.
Okay.
I'm thinking, because we already know who their opponents are.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I get, yeah. No, this is not a lineup change. Just hearing from the booth that I think they just switched up fighters, and those two will be up against each other, and Jalen and Castillo is going to be now the matchup.
Okay. I mean, so maybe there was a weight discrepancy, right? So there was possibly a weight discrepancy that made them have to change fighters up for, like I said, safety reasons, right?
Yep.
And so this is why these procedures are extremely important, like we were speaking about earlier.
So with this matchup, then again, they're closer to weight class, which makes it, like I said, legal.
Yep.
Yeah, because yeah. So yeah, it makes sense to have them. So then it's an evenly matched fight on both sides, weight class wise.
Exactly.
And then of course there's that skill level, and we're going to find out, because now looking at with Captain America that we had said earlier, he with his 15-5 now has changed his opponents. Now he has to change his strategy on both sides of the match, because if I'm training to fight you, I'm going to study you to know what I need to do. Now all of a sudden, through Desai in on me, I'm going to change that, because Desai fights dirty, so.
Check it out, right? It's all still amateur boxing, right? It's all still amateur combat sports. Most times you're not going to know who your opponent is. You'll most likely find out who that opponent is on the night of that tournament, on the night of the event. So down here in this particular event, in events like this, you have the privilege of maybe assuming who your opponent is until you get there that evening, and then whatever administrative thing happens, either they don't make weight, or the skill difference might show up. Right?
So we can go back. We can actually go back to the last Epic Entertainment fight, where the fighter that was going up against Nicky Bascom had to drop weight.
Okay.
And he did, which is amazing that within an hour he made weight, which is great.
Yeah.
And with this, Nicky is not part of this particular ticket. He'll be traveling overseas shortly to train in Vegas.
Okay.
And so he'll be there. But he may be, should be in attendance.
Oh, no, I just saw him a little while ago.
Oh, so he is here presently.
Right here, yeah.
So he's here. But yeah, he'll actually be sitting in the VIP section fight night to enjoy watching Andre go for another victory as well.
And Nicky deserves a break, right? I mean,
No, he don't.
I mean, well, check it out, right? You can't do anything about COVID-19, but for a long while, he's been holding up the sport of boxing in Bermuda. After Teresa Perotti, he was all we had, right? And so, I wish him all the best. And honestly, his opponents are getting a lot better, right? And you have to respect and you have to understand that, these guys are going to get better, and they're going to have to push Nicky, and Nick is going to be able to have to push himself to get to that next level.
All right, so we're going to step aside right now as Andre Showtime Lamb is actually stepping up to get himself sorted out.
Okay.
And we're going to find out right now. He is the headliner.
Yeah, the main event.
And main event for Andre Showtime Lamb. And he has a confidence about him that is far far exceeding abilities, which is, I mean, because he has it. That's just it, you know. And don't get me wrong, folks. It's not that he's boisterous or anything. He just knows what he can do. He's confident in himself, and when he gets in the ring, he shows all of that confidence with his hands.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, you can't have a name like Showtime and not be ready to put on a show, right? And so this guy is going to come out here. He's going to throw punches. He's going to make everybody have a good time. And so he's going to have you fall in love with, again, with the sport of boxing, just by the way how this man fights. You know?
All right, so we're about to get him up on scale. Now, one thing about this, when it comes to Andre, this is a sanctioned fight. So there's going to be more scrutiny involved, not just with his weight, but with the gloves that are going to be selected, hand wraps, all that to make sure that he has no quarters rolled up inside there or no roll of nickels or something in his gloves or horseshoe, you know, make sure all that's legal with the weight of the gloves and everything else has got to be done. So all this, and then if by chance he has to drop an ounce or two, they'll make sure he's ready by fight time.
Yes. I think Andre is very professional, right? I don't think missing weight is going to be something that he does tonight, right? So after the weigh-in, he can get back home, you know, rehydrate, do everything he needs to do. Oh, just keep still. Don't move the scale, right? And so, yeah, I think he's going to come on and put in a stellar show, man. I'm really excited to see this matchup. This is the first time he's actually headlining, I believe. Yeah?
Yes, it is. Yes, I mean he shared the headlines before,
Yeah,
but he is
yes,
he has but he is now, and there he is. There is a Greek. See if we can grab him when he comes off. Andre Showtime Land. First of all, congratulations on your last match. And 147. There you go, sir. And I also want to apologize to you because when I commentated last time, I was calling you Reggie Lamb. So I'm going to say sorry about that first. And how are you feeling and are you ready for what's going on?
Of course, I'm ready. I'm always ready. And, you know, hey, I can't really say too much. You know, I'm just going to come put on a show tomorrow.
All right. And we wish you the best of luck in that. And as the training going, all that's good. Yeah, I mean, nothing else you need to do?
Everything's good, man. You know, I've been training with some good guys, big guys. So, you know, I'm always ready.
All right. Well, good luck tomorrow night. All right. So he's ready. He's got the training in, he says, and he's going to put on a show.
Yes.
And that's his words. So he's going to step off right now, and then you can go in and grab him. 144 is the weight in.
144. Dejan. How's it going, my man? How you doing?
It's good. You want to talk to the phone?
Yeah.
For sure. What's
Got
up?
jokes. This man's got jokes. So where you from, Dejan?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan, baby.
Okay. What, first time in Bermuda?
Yeah, it's first time out of the country. First time over here, I'm loving it.
Okay, that's good, man. Well, hopefully you enjoy your stay. So how was your preparation for the fight tonight? I mean, for the fight tonight, yeah?
Can you repeat that?
How was the preparation for the fight?
Oh, it was great. It was good. It was just like home. Just like home, yeah. Stick to the routine and stick to the basics, baby. Okay. Sharpen the tools up and go to work. Okay. There you go.
Okay. And how many boxing matches have you had? Is this?
It's my first. My very first. Okay. Very first ever. Okay. So I'm really here to see the experience and see where I'm at, really. So this is a stepping stone for me, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff planned for me, you know what I mean? So this is where it's at because I'm coming from MMA. That's not really working out for me in that field, so I'm about to transfer over here, see where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a stepping stone, baby.
Nothing wrong with that, Daquan. You're looking like you're in great shape, and hopefully you have a good fight, all right, my man? Enjoy the rest of your trip in Bermuda, all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so I heard it, and being out of Washington, D.C., and there have been some good fighters that came out of that city, and I'm glad he said what he said based on what we talked about earlier about how he wasn't faring too well in the MMA, and it's so good that he said that, that's not working out for him, so he's going to go to an area he's more comfortable, and he feels that he can succeed. Yeah. And he looks fit. Andre looks fit, so, hey, this is going to be it. This is going to be a good test for Andre, and being Dejan's first time as well, I think it's going to be a great test for him.
Exactly. I mean, and see, well, the good thing about Dejan is that he's already had 5 professional matches. Even though they aren't boxing matches, they're still professional matches. And so he has he has a professional demeanor. He came in, he made weight, right? First job done. And so, you know, I think this is going to be a good one. You know what I mean? Hopefully this guy's able to push Andre to the later rounds, fourth round, and we'll see exactly how he does when he makes when he goes the distance. Yeah.
Yep, and looking at the matchup right now, it's all smiles, which is great. But they know how serious this is. They know what they're about to do, and they're going to step in, and it's going to be a great matchup. Andre Lamb taking on John Robinson out of Washington, D.C. So it's Bermuda against the States in a couple of matchups at least, and with this one as well as the main event. It's going to be absolutely awesome.
It's good. Talking a little bit of smack now.
Yeah, they were talking. Yeah, that's how it goes. You got to talk it.
You have to, you know, do a little gamesmanship, right? You have to try to feel out your opponent before the matchup comes in.
Well, right now they're having a body matchup right now. Who's got the better physique? But now here's the face-off.
Right.
And again, Andre goes straight into that stance, like I tell you. So you'll think he's naturally southpaw by the way he's doing it. And if they're both facing off like they are right now, somebody's jab's not going to be as effective as the others.
You're absolutely right?
Yeah.
And that's what you have. And that's what you have with the, all right, have a good one, Dejan. But yeah, no, that's what you have with the classic southpaw versus orthodox matchup, right? You have to be able to use your other hand, right? So if I'm an orthodox fighter going against a southpaw, I'm not going to really rely too much on my jab, right? I'm going to focus on throwing straight right hands, trying to take the angles away from you, and try to step on the outside of your initial jabbing hand if you're a southpaw, right?
Yep.
And vice versa for a southpaw. So, I mean, I think that this is going to be an exciting matchup, right? Depending on what Dejan's boxing IQ is, he may be able to push Andre because, I mean, everybody, when they meet him in his southpaw stance, they always have a hard time with him, yeah?
Yes, most certainly. And again, folks, if you are not up here as of now, you can come tomorrow. Tickets are available, ptix.bm, and also channel82.bm for your pay-per-view capabilities. So that's going to bring it to a close here for our show here for tonight. And it's going to be some great fighting, and hopefully we're going to see the best of the best coming out of everyone that's going to be inside that square circle. Yeah. So for myself, Mr. Magic, and for Rael Bowden, we want to say thank you very much for being here.
Rael Bowen, yep.
I know, I'm calling. No, I know it's Bowen. I knew it was Bowen from the beginning.
The Red Dragon, yeah, Rael Dragon Bowen, yeah.
I am not calling him Red Dragon. Maybe because the thing is, if I'm going to call him Red, he's got to get back in the ring fight. Are you getting back in the ring anytime soon?
Hey, I mean, well, check it out, right? Your wish might come true really, really soon, right?
I'm going to be the referee. All right, folks, I want to thank you all for joining us here this evening. I want to thank you all for joining us here this evening. Come back tomorrow night, pay-per-view, boxing at its best here at the Dockyard, at the Shed. And with my co-host, Rael, we will be here bringing it to you blow by blow. Tonight, here at the Dockyard. Peace and love, y'all.